Full transparency, I filmed a 17-minute rant talking about all of this. I made it the thumbnail of the video so you know what I'm referring to. And I had to rethink posting it just because I was so angry and so frustrated. I don't think it would have been constructive. And I'm just going to try to, as calmly as possible, tell you what's going on. Tsai just tweeted out. Let me show you the actual tweet itself because I am. If I can tweet Shadow the Hedgehog, I am all of me. Let me read you what this man said. This man said, "Our front office and coaching staff have my support. We will make decisions in the best interest of the Brooklyn Nets." Now, if you have not watched our last video, this is coming off of the heels of it being public what was discussed at the meeting between Tsai and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant basically said, it's either me or you side with Steve Nash and Sean Marks. It was an ultimatum. Tsai has to pick. From the tweet I just read, it seems like he picked. He is going to side with Steve Nash and Sean Marks. Now, if you know anything about me, Sever the Bond here on Nets Republic, you know how I feel about Steve Nash. If you watch my last video, you know how I feel about Sean Marks. And while I think both sides are equally as disgusting, I want to try to speak on something that I don't feel like anyone else is really taking the time to speak on. We could sit here and we can give our opinions on Joe. We could sit here and we can give our opinions on Kevin Durant and how both parties are handling this over social media and how insanely messy that is. Or we can point out a little something that I've been trying to say for the last month and a half, and I feel like no one is listening to me. Now, obviously, all this anti-Steve Nash slander that's going on right now is beautiful. But something that's not being discussed enough, and I feel like I'm the only one leading the charge on, is it's too late. Regardless how you feel on if Tsai is being professional about this, or if Kevin Durant is trying to take over the entire team on some coup d'etat type stuff. Is it coup d'etat? I think so. However it is you want to look at it, it's too late for all of this. It is far too late for this. If these two would have had their war of words in private, indoors, in the beginning of the summer when free agency started, and again, Kevin's not even a free agent, but that's neither here nor there, we could have been past all of this. But right now, as it is, we are about a month removed from training camp. We are going to be going into training camp with all of this looming over our heads. Let me ask you, how is this going to fare well for individuals like Cam Thomas, who is watching his childhood hero go up against ownership? How do you think this is going to go over with the homie Daron Sharp? How about Kessler Edwards? How about Duke Jr.? How do you think Patty Mills feels that he just re-signed to be a part of all of this? How do you think individuals like LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin, who are weighing their options of what they're going to do, how do you think they feel about all of this? I believe there's a reason why Bruce Brown said, "Nah, I'm done." I would venture to say right now, James Harden is cackling at us. I was at the unemployment line the other day. I bumped past Rondé Hollis Jefferson. He's laughing at us. Karis LeVert and Jared Allen are laughing at us right now. When I was deciding what I was going to do up here at the wig store, I walked by Jared Dudley, and he was laughing at us. Spencer Dinwiddie, 1,000%, rolling around, getting the yucks off. This type of unprofessionalness on all parties involved, it just can't end well. Because let's say, hypothetically, we fire Steve Nash and we fired Sean Marks. Can you answer for me what GM and what head coach is going to take this job next? Now, I'm not really so much worried about the head coach part for obvious reasons because it's down with Steve Nash. But let's say Sean Marks gets ousted at the request of Kevin Durant. Who's going to step up and be GM next and walk on eggshells around Kevin Durant? Let's flip it on the other side. Let's say we try to trade Kevin Durant again. Because let's not forget, we've been trying to do that for a month. According to Shams, the Nets are making it clear they want everything. Everything. They want to run your pocket. Hands in the air, go. Hands in the air, run it. Nice watch J. Cole type stuff. They want to run all your pockets for Kevin Durant. They will fleece an entire team for him. If no one has stepped up to the plate yet after a month and a half, please tell me who's going to do it now. So what we're looking at is we go into training camp, Kevin Durant's pissed, Steve Nash and Sean Marks are pissed. How does that work out for us exactly? As a team? Where do we go from there? What do we do from here? I was going to make tomorrow's video fun and go off of y'all's comments to see where you feel and how you fall on it. But Tsai answered it for us. And I don't know where we go from here. So because it's the news, Tsai has basically said, Kevin, to the left, everything you own is in a box to the left. Where do we go from here?